Hey guys, my name is Taylor and I'm in Birmingham, Alabama today. I have a treat for you. Today I want to share with you several tips for photographing fireworks. Tip number one is to always try to do recon on the location that you want to shoot from. Today I'm at the Vulcan in Birmingham, Alabama. This is where the fireworks will actually be displayed. It's a high point throughout the city, and people across the city will actually be able to see the fireworks actually beyond the city, which means a lot of people will be trying to come out to see the fireworks. They're going to try to find their locations as well, so you may have a conflict. So what you want to do is you want to try to find that location as early as possible, meaning days in advance, and even try to go out there a couple of hours before. Which brings us to tip number two. Take a snack and something to sit on. Again, you'll be out there at least an hour in advance, but you won't be by yourself. There'll be other people gathering out there 9 times out of 10 to the same location. So you do want to try to be prepared. Again, the snacks, something to drink, be it water, juice, or whatever. Now don't overdo it because you may not have access to the restroom. Okay, tip number 4. If it's cold out there, allow time for your camera and your lens to get acclimated to the temperature. When your camera goes from, say, 72 or a comfortable interior temperature to a more cold temperature, the lens may fog up, or the sensor may even fog up. But anyway, you want to give your camera time to get acclimated to the temperature so that you're not taking blurry shots unintentionally. Tip number 5. Now this is a biggie. Use a tripod. If you don't have a tripod, try to set your camera on something that's sturdy, that's not going to move or shake while you're taking pictures. Reason being is when you're taking pictures of fireworks, you're going to use a slow shutter speed, and it's way slower than what you want to try to hand hold. Tip number 6, use a shutter release remote. If you don't have a remote, I'm sure your camera will have some type of timer on it that you can set. But the only thing with using a timer is that you will have to try to figure out the timing where you press it, it'll wait the 2 to 3 seconds, and then it will hold the shutter open as long as you want. So again, this will be a game of timing. Fireworks start going off, you press your timer, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, your shutter opens, the trails continue with the firework, and then the explosion happened. You want your shutter to open long enough to capture either the trail or just the burst. You have to figure that out, and it could be a little challenging, or it could be a little hit or miss, but we're not perfect. No photographer gets all their shots 100%. We all take bad shots. Tip number 7, use the lens that you have. Okay, do you have to buy fast glass like a f1.2, f1.4, 1.8? No, you don't have to have that, because you're going to drop your shutter down to, say, f13 because you want it dark. The light from the fireworks is going to be enough light. You're going to have the shutter open long enough so you have enough light to record it. That's all you're looking to do. So the kit lens that you have, the whatever lens that you have, regardless if it's a 15 to 50, 24 to 70, whatever lens that you have, it will be sufficient. Now, let's go back to tip number 1. When you're scouting your location, consider the lens that you have. So you don't want to be a mile away from where you're shooting at, and your lens isn't able to pull you close enough to the action, Okay, guys. Tip number 8. When you're focusing, your camera may be able to focus on the actual explosion, but consider this. When they're setting up the fireworks will be set up over a large area. So it may be over 200 feet in depth. So where you are, yes, we're going to have a wider depth of field. So say again, back to our aperture, which would be around f13, f18, we'll figure that out when we get out there. You still want it to be in focus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on the statue. Now the fireworks display will actually be set up on the other side of the statue that I'll be focusing on, which means the distance that I have from me to the statue is great enough where the aperture should still have the fireworks in focus. So this will be my first time shooting fireworks, and I want to share this experience with you, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to set our aperture to about f13, between f13 to probably f20. We're going to play around somewhere about thereabout. The reason being is because we want a deeper depth of field, okay? I'm a nice little distance away. I'll pan around so you can get an idea of about how far I actually am from the location where they will be shooting the fireworks. I have about 8 minutes. I am in a parking deck. I'm going to set my ISO to 100, and my shutter speed is going to be all over the place. I'm going to try to talk through the video to let you know where it is. If I feel like I can't actually tell you where I am, I'll end up putting the text in the video as I usually do. But I'll end up going anywhere from maybe 6 seconds to above. I'm sorry, I'm watching the clock to make sure because they start pretty much on time. There are several different areas that's actually on, that's shooting fireworks right now, so you may hear that in the background. So I'm going to take this time and go ahead and set up and get ready, right? Sorry for the herky-jerky. Now I am in a parking deck, as I said, so if cars come by, they may be bouncy. But anyway, the light came on and I did not expect that. So if you look about right there, that's how far it is.
I need to readjust. Now you have about, according to how large the show is, you may have ten to 15 minutes to get your shots together. This is really a game of timing. Guys, be safe out here. Whenever you're around fireworks, or you're doing, you're popping them yourself. I don't know if you're gonna hear me right now if I have to do a voiceover on this one too. Because there's a lot going on in my background, and YouTube does not want you using copyrighted music, so.
Don't forget that fireworks produces a thick smoke, and if you're in a close proximity trying to shoot upwards towards the fireworks, that you will have a smoky image that may not be what you're looking for, what you're desiring. Also, that same smoke is not really good for you to breathe, so just be careful. Am I happy with my images? Yes, I am. What would I have done differently? Let's see. I'll probably find a closer location to shoot from. I hope this video was useful to you. If so, how about considering liking, subscribing, or even making a comment? And even make a comment if there's something that I left out that you see that could have made this video much better for you, okay? Well, thanks. Have a good day. God bless.